What causes the differences in fabric prices? To understand this issue on which you can share with our YouTube audience.
When it comes to understanding fabric prices, it's important to know what really drives the cost. Fabric pricing isn't just about the material itself. There are several key components that add up. The main factors include the cost of yarn, weaving expenses, dyeing costs, and a range of other processes such as adding functional additives or special finishing treatments like mercerizing and singeing. Each of these steps contributes to the final price tag you see. In this video, we'll break down each element, helping you see where the money goes and why some fabrics are pricier than others. Let's start by looking at yarn, the foundation of every fabric. Yarn cost is often the biggest factor in fabric pricing, but why do yarn prices differ so much? The answer lies in several variables: yarn composition, fineness or count, and the spinning method used. For example, ring spinning, serif spinning, vortex spinning, and airjet spinning all have different costs, with serif spinning typically being the most expensive. The type of fiber, whether it's cotton, wool, or polyester, also plays a major role. Ultimately, the yarn you choose can make a huge difference in the final fabric price, so understanding these details is crucial for buyers and manufacturers alike. Let's dive deeper into yarn fineness. Fine yarns and coarse yarns have distinct characteristics and price points. Fine yarns are thinner and require more skill and technology to produce, making them more expensive. Coarse yarns, on the other hand, are thicker and easier to manufacture, which keeps their costs lower. The choice between fine and coarse yarn affects not only the feel and appearance of the fabric but also its price. By comparing charts of fine and coarse yarns, you can visually see the differences in structure and understand why finer yarns command a premium. Not all yarns are created equal. The composition of the yarn, whether it's made from animal fibers like wool, plant fibers such as cotton, or synthetic fibers like polyester, has a direct impact on price. Generally, animal fibers are the most expensive, followed by plant fibers, and then synthetic fibers, which are usually the cheapest. For example, wool yarn costs more than cotton, and cotton is pricier than polyester. This ranking helps explain why some fabrics feel more luxurious and why their prices are higher. Let's look at some common yarn types and see how they compare. Even when the yarn composition is the same, the fineness of the yarn can dramatically affect the price. For instance, 80's 100% cotton yarn can cost more than double compared to 40's 100% cotton yarn. Why? Finer yarns are much harder to spin and have a lower yield, which means more effort and resources are needed to produce them. This is why finer fabrics often feel softer and more luxurious, but they also come with a higher price tag. Understanding this relationship helps buyers make informed decisions when selecting fabrics for different uses. Weaving is another key factor in fabric pricing. The cost of weaving depends on both yarn fineness and fabric density. Coarser yarns and looser fabric densities are cheaper to weave, while finer yarns and higher densities require advanced equipment and slower production speeds, driving up costs. High-density, fine fabrics are more labor-intensive and need more precise machinery, which is why they're more expensive. This is an important consideration for anyone looking to balance quality and budget when choosing fabrics. Dyeing is a crucial step that can significantly impact fabric cost, especially depending on the fabric's composition. Dyeing cotton, for example, is much more expensive than dyeing polyester. This is because cotton requires reactive dyes, which are costlier and involve more complex processes. Additionally, dyeing cotton takes about 5 times longer than polyester and uses more water and energy. These factors all add up, making cotton fabrics with vibrant colors notably pricier than their polyester counterparts. Color fastness, or how well a fabric holds its color after washing, can also affect the price. For example, polyester dyed black with high color fastness, meaning it won't fade after washing, can cost up to 3 times more than polyester with low color fastness. Achieving this level of durability requires better dyes and more advanced processes, which naturally increases the cost. So if you want a fabric that keeps its color wash after wash, expect to pay a premium for that quality. Beyond the basics, additional processes can further increase fabric costs. Adding functional additives such as water repellent or anti-wrinkle treatments, as well as finishing treatments like mercerizing and singeing, all contribute to a higher price. These processes enhance the fabric's performance or appearance, making it more desirable for specific uses. However, each added step means more work and materials, which is reflected in the final cost. Buyers should consider which features are truly necessary for their end product. Buyers, a professional approach is essential to get the right fabric at the right price. This means clearly defining your fabric requirements, including composition, yarn count, density, color fastness, and any special functions. Communicating these specific needs to suppliers helps ensure you receive accurate quotes and suitable products. Being precise and thorough in your requirements not only saves time, but also helps avoid costly misunderstandings down the line. Color fastness is a measure of how well a fabric retains its color after washing or exposure to light. High color fastness means the fabric will look vibrant for longer, but achieving this requires better dyes and more advanced dyeing processes. This is why fabrics with high color fastness, especially in dark or bold colors, tend to be more expensive. It's a crucial factor for products that need to maintain their appearance over time. Summary: fabric cost is influenced by a combination of factors: yarn type and fineness, weaving and dyeing processes, fabric density, color fastness, and any additional finishing treatments. Both buyers and suppliers need to understand these elements to make informed decisions and ensure fair pricing. By knowing what drives fabric prices, you can better evaluate options, communicate your needs, and ultimately get the best value for your investment. Whether you're sourcing materials or manufacturing products, a clear grasp of these cost factors is essential for success in the textile industry.